In this video, I'm going to show you how we can take data from one system and place it into another system. Now, for this scenario, I'm going to be using Google Drive, and that's just really for simplicity. But I'm just going to show you how we can really speed things up using automation. Admin can be such a really tiring, mundane process, but we really can use the power of technology to speed things up. So in this scenario, I've got my own Google Drive here, and I've got a folder called YouTube. You'll notice here I have two folders called JSON and contracts. So what exactly is JSON? Well, just to explain, let's say, for example, as a business, you have all your clients on what's called a CRM system. So you've got all of their details, including their phone numbers, their email addresses, names, all that stuff. And you basically want to take all that information down to bring it somewhere else. So let's say you have a CRM system. What we're going to need if we're going to take the data into any other system is a JSON file. So let me just show you what a JSON file looks like. So we're going to open this subscribe to Mr. Vivian.json file, just so you can see what this looks like. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, so Vivian, how do I get this information? Well, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to ask your CRM, say for example, if they have API documentation, and if they do have API documentation, then you can get in touch with myself and I can go through the API documentation in order to get you the information. But just for this example, I've got some example data here. We've got Vivian, we've got John, and we've got Jane in this example, and they are three different customers that we have on our CRM system. So we've taken this down and we've put it onto our Google Drive in this scenario. And what I have done in the background is I have created a little program which will take the data from the JSON file here. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a brand new file, and that is going to go into our contracts folder. So I'm going to click on that now, and as you can see, it is totally empty. So I'm going to quickly run the little program that I developed earlier. I'm going to run that right now, and if we give it a few moments, it will generate a document for us. So this is a Google document, and it's very similar to Microsoft Word, but it's basically the Google version. And just going to open that up right now. Now take a note here, the name of the file is called example contract 1. So if I open that up for you now, you'll now see that a table has been created and it's been given some column names here, and you'll notice all of the information is a bit more structured than what it was in the JSON file. So let's just go back to the JSON file again, just to compare and contrast. As you can see, it's completely unformatted and a bit meaningless really. And here is our structured information. Now let's say, for example, I want to duplicate this for whatever reason. I'm going to run my little program again. And there we have it. There is example contract, but this time it's marked as number 2 because the program knows we already have contract 1 in there. Open that up. And we've got Vivian Ferguson, John Doe, and Jane Smith again. But we really don't want to have the exact same information for every single file. So what we want to do now is we want to populate the contracts folder, and the aim here is, in this example, is to create 3 different files which will have the customer's name against each file. So let's go back to our JSON file just to have a look at the data again. So as you can see, we've got first name Vivian, surname Ferguson, first name Joe, surname Doe, first name Jane, surname Smith. So we need to have 3 individual files that have the client's details against each. So I'm going to quickly run my project here, and then I'm going to keep an eye on my contracts folder in my Google Drive. There's nothing here currently. Oh look, oh there's the first one. Contract for Vivian Ferguson, contract for John Doe, and contract for Jane Smith. So let's go into each file just to make sure we've got the correct information against each, and there we have it. Yes, we've got more detail there against Vivian Ferguson. We should have the information for John Doe, and we do. There's John Doe. And finally, we'll go down to Jane Smith. And there is Jane's details. So it's very, very powerful what you can do with information when you use an API. So the very first step in the process is to check firstly if the system that you've entered data into, for example, a CRM, permits the use of an API. So when you get the API details and documentation, you can send that to your developer, for example, myself, and I can retrieve the information for you. And then I can develop a nice little program that will do what you want it to do. And then finally, it has a destination, such as the Google Drive folder here. But let's say we don't want any of these people changing any of the details. The next step will be to create a PDF to make sure that nobody can interfere with the information on the contract. What you can do if you want to convert the document to PDF is go to File, go to Download, and go down here to PDF document, and then it will download as a PDF for you. But obviously, if you have a lot of these documents, then that can take up quite a bit of time as well. So in my little magic app, I have already converted these magically for myself. So this is what I suppose my role in all of this as a process automation engineer is speeding things up for you so that you're not wasting lots of time doing tedious, mundane processes, and just working with the client to really get to the bottom of what the time drains are and how we can improve those processes bit by bit. But obviously, if you've only got 3 documents in this case, then perhaps this way will suit you fine. But just letting you know that there is a way that you can process it automatically. If you want to subscribe to the Mr. Vivian YouTube channel, my logo is up on the screen right now. Just hit that and then hit subscribe. I will see you next time.